So often people say that the thing standing between them and joy is fear. Fear that things might go wrong, yes, but also fear that things might go right, only for them to fall apart again. So, to begin, we're going to get intellectual here for a second and talk about the window of tolerance. This is a concept from psychology that describes that sweet spot where we can meet life with more clarity and more ease. And when we are within our window of tolerance, we can feel safe and grounded and present. And it's a place where we can experience all of our emotions, joy, sadness, everything in between, without becoming overwhelmed. And we love this window. We welcome this window. And we are not welcome to stay in this window all the time. Life doesn't allow for us to stay within this window. Stress, overwhelm, trauma can cause our window to shrink. And during the holidays, we might find ourselves shutting down, growing restless, feeling completely overwhelmed. And when that happens, we are caught in fear. Fear that shuts us down or sends us into overdrive. And it's not a problem to feel these things, they're just survival responses. So, how it's relevant to our discussion today is that the process of seeking something fulfilling or meaningful always comes with fear. When I create this video, as I create this video, I am sitting with fear too. Fear of being judged, fear of failing, fear of not belonging. All of this fear is rooted in old wounds and in moments in life when we feel rejected or less than. And these experiences can plant seeds of fear that, when triggered, make it hard to trust joy or connection, but it makes sense to feel afraid. So, how do we begin to move from fear to something more meaningful this holiday season? And I think it begins by naming that it is fear, fear of not belonging, fear of losing, fear of being judged, fear of changing something and then losing something, fear of disappointing others by doing it differently this year. And so when we notice our survival responses, when we feel anxious or shut down, we have a choice. We can contract further, we can retreat inward, or we can gently begin to expand and press against the edges of our comfort zone, of all that we think we are and all that we think we can handle. And that expansion is what allows us to open to more joy, more connection, and more life. So moving beyond the intellectual understanding, because these are all great ideas, and into the body, the practice I want to offer today is called Dirga Pranayama, or the 3-part breath. And this breath helps us to anchor ourselves in the present and create more space in the body. Come and find a position of comfort. You might be seated or lying down. And as you inhale, grow long in the spine. Exhale, soften what you can, the shoulders, the jaw, muscles of the face. As we practice today, my invitation to you is to release the idea that you're doing it wrong and release the idea that you're doing it right, and bring your awareness to the native breath without trying to change or fix anything. Allow the breath to be just as it is. And bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest. On your next inhale, take a deep breath and send the breath down into the belly and expand the belly like a balloon. As you exhale, the belly deflates and falls back to center. Continue with this deep breath. Inhale, the belly rises. Exhale, the belly falls. And on your next inhale, breathe to expand the belly and allow the breath to reach the ribs. And exhale, the ribs fall, the belly falls. Inhale, belly expands, ribs expand. Exhale, ribs fall, belly falls. Continue this breath at your own pace. And on your next inhale, breathe into the belly, the ribs, and then maybe the chest. Maybe the area of the collarbone lifts and expands slightly. And on the exhale, let the chest fall, ribs fall, belly falls back into center. Continue this breath. Inhaling, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly, fall back to center. Gently invite movement back to the body. And when you're ready, come back to the room.